Do you want aerial images shot with a drone in Italy? Are you wondering whether it's worth trying to manage aerial activities yourself, or relying on an Italian drone service? Well, if you're looking for information on the use of drones in Italy, you've landed on the right page. I'm Josh from Overfly.me. Since 2014, the Italian leading company in the world of aerial operations with drones in Italy. We know the world of drones really well, and through this page we will shed light on what you can do independently, and what a partner in Italy is essentially for. Let's start with the basics. First of all, you need to know that in Italy, as in the rest of Europe, a new regulation on the use of drones has been in force since January 2021, which aims to standardise the rules on the use of consumer and professional drones in the skies over the continent. This regulation, issued by EASA, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, is applied by the aviation authorities of individual European countries. In Italy, there are the ENAC and the ENAV, the aeronautical authorities, that legislate and regulate the air traffic of aircraft, with pilot on board, as well as that of unmanned aircraft. The main rules for operating a drone in Italy, as in any other European country, the regulation issued by the EASA, which regulates the use of drones, is very articulated and should be the basis of the mandatory considerations for anyone flying a drone. We can highlight 4 key points of this document, which state that 1. The drone must have a plate applied to its frame, i.e. a QR code issued by the Italian Aviation Authority or the country of origin. 2. The pilot of the drone must be licensed for the type of drone they use, and for the scenario in which they intend to fly it. 3. The drone must never fly over crowds of people, keeping the correct distance from people, buildings, etc. 4. The drone must respect the flight limits and prohibitions indicated by ENAC through official maps. Flying safely. This is the first dogma that must be kept in mind before taking off a drone. Complying 100% with the regulations means being certain of not exposing people and property to risk during aerial activities, and will protect the pilot from administrative and penal sanctions, which, in Italy, are applied very strictly when it comes to the safety of the skies. The Italian aviation authorities represent Italian excellence, recognised throughout the world. I want to fly over Venice, and maybe in Rome in front of the Colosseum. How should I proceed? We have arrived at the crux of the matter. Or rather, to point number 4 of the previous list, which puts aerial filming enthusiasts, TV crews, and video makers in difficulty, dreaming of capturing the Bel Paese from above with a drone. The Colosseum? The Arena in Verona? The centre of Florence? If you're not a particularly competent drone operator, if you do not have a detailed knowledge of Italian authorization procedures and best practices, and if you do not speak Italian very well, it is practically impossible for you to fly legally over such areas. The EASA regulation requires the pilot to register their drone, tag it, and study the regulations, let's face it, in fairly superficial terms, in order to fly in compliance with the law. But it doesn't explain, it's not its task, how to interfere with the single national authorities to fly in airspace, where there are active limitations to the use of drones. Each European country is different, and it is up to the pilots to find out about the local limitations enacted by the national authorities, and then to respect them. Italy is characterised by the widespread presence of small airports, helipads, and airfields, which by nature have airspace that is prohibited to drones. In addition, there are active bans on overflying cities of art, archaeological sites, natural parks, and more generally, all the artistic, architectural, and natural elements that make Italy the most beautiful country in the world. Very concretely, there is an active ban on flying over any area of national interest. What does this mean? It means that 8 times out of 10, a foreign citizen who wants to use a drone in a city of art or in a national park in Italy will not be able to do so, because they will not, realistically, be able to obtain the flight authorizations that only specialized companies are able to obtain in a reasonably short amount of time. Is it so difficult for a foreign citizen to obtain flight authorizations from the Italian aviation authorities? The procedures for requesting flight authorizations are demanding for Italian companies specializing in the use of drones. For non-specialists, mostly foreigners, it's even more complex. The issuing of authorizations to fly drones in Italy is not computerized from a procedural point of view. One has to deal with several offices and officials who will repeatedly ask for specific documents and statements. Moreover, all Italian law enforcement agencies and aviation authorities are required to send emails by certified email, a standard that is not widely used outside Italy. Part of the requests for authorizations to fly drones are handled by regional offices, another part by central offices, typically in Rome. Finally, flight authorizations from ENAC and ENAV, where issued, must be sent to the prefectures in the area of the flight, other officials, and other offices. So, a foreigner cannot fly drones in Italy? Well, of course they can, but without additional authorizations, they will only fly far from urban centres, cities of art, or other types of sensitive areas, provided, of course, that he wants to respect the law. Hundreds of videos produced during unauthorized flights can be found on YouTube, but you only have to do a few searches on Google to find out how, on a daily basis, Italian law enforcement agencies stop and sanction drone pilots engaged in unauthorized flights with fines of tens of thousands of euros. This, however, is another matter. What Overfly.me can do for those who need to produce aerial images with a drone in Italy: if you need to produce a professional aerial service in Italy, you need a professional Italian partner. Since 2014, our company has been carrying out aerial activities with drones for clients from all over the world. CBS, Warner Brothers, BBC, RTL, NHK, TV Tokyo, as well as dozens of production companies and foreign filmmakers choose us for our historical presence on the market and our professionalism. If you come from abroad, it is worthwhile to rely on Overfly.me because of transport and logistics. Our teams of true professionals are present across the whole national territory. Also for activities involving high-end drones less present on the territory, i.e. from the DJI Inspire 2. You will not pay, in any case, travel expenses for our professionals and our equipment, TBC Islands. Transporting LiPo batteries, the ones that power drones, by plane is prohibited, except for very small batteries. Shipping them by insured courier can also be very expensive. We also know how to apply for and obtain flight authorizations in complex scenarios. Since 2014, we've been dealing with aviation and other institutional entities on a daily basis. It's our business, as much as flying itself. Where flying is not possible, or not possible in time, we will offer our experience to try to meet your needs. We are your partner in Italy. We are specialized in the use of drones, and the production of aerial images is our daily purpose. We offer highly professional services, providing our experience and our drones at the best market conditions. For 90% of our services, no down payment is required, except for authorization costs. You pay after, i.e. on delivery of the masters. Overfly.me offers professional aerial filming service throughout Italy, operated by pros with years of experience in aerial filming. All of our pilots are qualified to fly drones with the highest possible rating, according to the EASA, ENAC regulations in force. Overfly.me can apply for and obtain authorizations to fly, even in airspace that is forbidden to the vast majority of pilots. For services that are not strictly cinematographic, we use DJI drones to guarantee shooting standards and dynamics known to producers and filmmakers coming to Italy from all over the world. Each Overfly.me team guarantees the client backup drones, plenty of batteries, and everything necessary for a smooth and quality filming service all over Italy. Remember, we do not rent drone only. How we work. First, your project. Firstly, we need to know everything about your project, whether it's a corporate video or TV production. A better understanding of your needs allows us to estimate the right service for you. We schedule dates for filming. Up to 7 days from the activity, you can cancel the service without any restrictions or penalties. Second, your shooting. During the shooting days, we will be an aerial instrument in the hands of the director or performers of an already planned shooting list. We like to be an active part in the creation of aerial images. We provide our know-how, respecting the roles on the set. Our job is our passion. Third, your images. After filming, you can decide whether to download the footage on site or whether to download it from the cloud. Unless otherwise agreed, the material at the maximum native resolution will be made available in the account balance. Our drones. Mavic Mini 3 or similar, weighing in at 250 grams. It can also fly over people without them knowing. It is the ideal drone if you cannot perimeter, and therefore restrict access to, the areas you intend to fly over, i.e. in the classic Italian urban scenario. DJI Mavic 3 or similar. Exceptional video quality in a drone weighing only 899 grams that can shoot in ProRes. Drones of this size must maintain a distance of 50 meters from people not involved in filming. DJI Inspire 2 X7. One of the most popular drones for high-end requirements, this professional equipment needs no introduction. Overfly.me is authorized by ENAC to use this drone in urban settings, such as a production set, for example. EASA Specific Operations authorized. Italy is the most beautiful country in the world. If you're coming on holiday to Italy and want to capture some beautiful Sicilian beach or romantic sunset in the Tuscan countryside, you probably don't need our service. But if you want to produce highly professional aerial images in one of Italy's many protected locations, attempting a do-it-yourself aerial shoot is not the best choice. Contact us. We will check the feasibility of the aerial activities you are interested in and send you a quote within a few hours. For professional aerial filming in Italy, rely on specialized professionals. Choose Overfly.me, authorized UAV operator since 2014.